Happy Sunday, Dolphins fans. This is Dolphins Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Nic Rohloff, where we got a Tua Tagovailoa update on NFL Morning from Ian Rapoport and Mike Garafolo. And we have to talk about it and what it means for this football team going into the future. So as we dive into what was actually said by the insiders on NFL Network, it seems like Tagovailoa has already made his decision, and he is not going to be retiring. I know a lot of people out there said that Tua should retire. Hand up, I was one of them. Not that he should retire, in my opinion, but I said that if I was in his shoes, I probably would step away due to the severity of multiple concussions he's had. But that is ultimately not what he is going to decide to do. You see what Rapoport said here. He has no plans to retire. He's already begun seeing concussion specialists and will continue to do so, but there is no timeline to return. Tua will be back when he and his doctors deem him healthy and ready. So Tagovailoa will be returning to the Miami Dolphins organization. Now, I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to be this year, if it's going to be in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. That will be up to him and the doctors to decide. But Mike Garafolo did share this, saying that he is eyeing a return to the field, more evaluations to come, but he hopes to be back in the relatively near future. And that's intriguing to me because what is the relative future for Tagovailoa? Is that in a month? Is that in next season? What is the near future for him? And I guess that's what we will have to wait and see what ultimately happens when he meets with neurologists and other experts in this medical field. There was also a little bit of an update coming this morning from Adam Schefter that Tua and these neurologists and experts will meet very early in this week. So when we progress closer to week 3, not that Tua will even remotely come close to playing, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we should be getting at least some sort of timetable potentially for Tua, because if they're meeting with the experts and neurologists this early in the week, then you would expect something to at least come out in terms of when he might be able to return to the football field, as it is now confirmed, at least through Ian Rapoport, that he will be returning to the football field at some point in the future. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because any update that we have on Tua and the Miami Dolphins, we will share it with you as quickly as possible. We are also 33 subscribers away from getting to 60K, which is a massive milestone on the channel. Let's get there right now. Come on. I want to wake up on Monday morning before week 3 gets underway in the right mindset with 60K subscribers. Help us out. Be a real one. All right, as we continue the conversation on Tua, obviously it was a scary situation last Thursday. We talked about the update on Friday, and then we talked yesterday on the video about what type of quarterback we can sign or trade for to replace Tua while he is gone. And I don't think those conversations should go away, by the way, even though Tua has already said he is going to return. That could be in 5 weeks. It could be in 6 weeks. And I still don't want to trot out Skylar Thompson every Sunday for this football team, because this is an easier part of the schedule, and the Dolphins just can't lay over and say, well, wait till Tua comes back, because you're going to need to win these games, as it is the easier part of your schedule. You've got the Seahawks in Seattle this upcoming Sunday. You have the Tennessee Titans at home on Monday Night Football after that. Then you travel to New England in Week 5. You do have a bye in Week 6, which is big, because if Tua takes 4 weeks to return, he would really only miss maybe 3 games if he misses the Week 7 game against the Indianapolis Colts, and then they play Arizona in Week 8. So the good news is that there is a early bye week, which we initially thought might actually hurt Miami in the long term. But guess what? It actually might be the most beneficial thing for the team, because, well, with Tua out, that is one less game he could potentially miss with the weeks in question. And to me, I don't believe that Skylar Thompson could go out there and win all these football games. I know a lot of people disagree with me. For some reason, y'all really like Skylar Thompson in the comment section. But we watched him in the preseason. Him and Mike White were both abysmal. And sure, you're going to say he was playing with the second stringers. He was playing with the third stringers. But we also watched him get thrown in the action late Thursday night against Buffalo. And although Tua in the offense really struggled, it didn't get much better with Skylar Thompson and some of those backups. So do I think Miami might be able to stay afloat in these next 4 to 5 weeks if that is how long Tua is out? Sure, because you play teams that you have a much better roster than, with the Patriots, with the Titans, with the Cardinals, with the Colts. Like, your roster is clearly better than them at almost every stage. And you're just going to be down the quarterback in those matchups. So it will be intriguing to see how Miami will fare with Skylar Thompson at quarterback if they don't make a move. And coming up just in a second, we're going to talk about what the Dolphins should do, in my opinion, in terms of who to sign or who to go trade for to help them potentially win over the next 4 or 5 weeks if Tua is out that long. But spam Tua down in the comments section. He is a warrior. He is a competitor. He is a leader for this Dolphins team. And I understand that some of you might think he's not as good as a quarterback as the Dolphins need. But he is going to make a return for this football team, and I want to show him some love down in the comment section. Spam Tua for me down below. We also are sponsored by Game Time, the number one way to get your tickets in whether you're going to a comedy show, a concert, or a live sporting event. And Game Time Picks is a new feature that allows you to get tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. And there's nothing that I hate more than wasting time. All-in pricing is another feature they have that allows you to see the total price of your ticket up front rather than surprise fees at checkout. And I've said this story multiple times, but you never want to think you're purchasing a ticket for $60 and then you get to checkout and next thing you know, it's $120. That's the worst. And I used Game Time when I went to LSU USC about 2 or 3 weeks ago in Las Vegas for week 1 of the college football season. Game Time allows me to make sure I'm getting the lowest price guaranteed, a great vantage point because you can see your actual seat in the app, and guess what? You can get $20 off your first purchase when you download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for your $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS to get $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. Appreciate them for sponsoring today's episode of Dolphins Today. Make sure you go check them out. Links in the description and comments of today's video. All right, so the first thing that I believe Miami should do is I think they should go out and sign Ryan Tannehill. And sure, will he be able to play this Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks? Maybe not, but he would be able to go against his former team on Monday Night Football in Miami against the Tennessee Titans, which I believe would be a great time to unveil Tannehill as your quarterback for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then you've got to travel to New England. Now, even with Ryan Tannehill on a short week, with not knowing the full playbook and having the rapport, and the chemistry with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, it might be a tough one this upcoming Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks. But in terms of the 2 games before the bye against the Patriots and the Titans, I think with Tannehill at quarterback, you would be able to win both of those football games. And if you're going into the bye at 3-2, considering everything you've gone through with quarterback and Tua, I actually think that's not a bad place to be at. And then coming out of the bye, we'll see where Tua's at, but if he's still out a week or so, then I believe Tannehill could beat the Colts, and he could beat the Cardinals, which would put you at a 5-2 record after your first 7 games, which I said before the season began needs to be the bare minimum for this Dolphins football team if they want to potentially win the AFC East and potentially have a home playoff game. Now, that might be very difficult to do since you don't have your starting quarterback for a little bit here, but Tannehill, I think, puts you in the best position possible. We have also mentioned some other quarterbacks that they could trade for, whether it be a Mac Jones, a Sam Howell, a Trey Lance, a Carson Wentz, a Jameis Winston, which really does intrigue me as well. But either way, I truly do believe Miami must, not should, must add a quarterback to this roster that is better than Skylar Thompson. Mike McDaniel said they will be adding a quarterback to this roster and 53-man group, whether it's someone in free agency, whether it's via trade. They said they're adding someone, and to me, it shouldn't just be some weird backup guy to back up Skylar Thompson. Like, if they just poached Mike White from the Bills practice squad, I would be absolutely furious that they brought him back. No, you have a roster that can compete and be a good team in the AFC. Make sure you do them right and the veterans right, like Poyer. like Calais Campbell, like Kendall Fuller, who signed short-term deals to be on this football team because they believe they have a chance to win and go on a deep playoff run. Do them the service of going out and getting an actual quarterback that can potentially win you football games. If you roll out Skylar Thompson every Sunday for the next 3 to 4 weeks, if that's however long Tua is out, you are just going to be hoping and praying that you win rather than going out and actually winning a football game. So to me, go out, make a move, and I expect that move to be made in the next 2 to 3 days. So that's why you got to be subscribed. But also, the reason why I think that's the timetable is because if Tua is going to make a decision on how long he's going to be out, that allows Chris Grier and Mike McDaniel to kind of reassess what quarterback they should bring in. Because if Tua's out only 3 to 4 weeks, maybe they just go out and sign Ryan Tannehill. But if he's out for the rest of the year and he's just the quick return is next year, well, then maybe they go out and trade for someone that could be a more long-term piece for this team this season, but it will be having something that we will monitor. Let me know, though, which Dolphins quarterback should be next on this team. Which quarterback should Miami go out and add to the roster? Let me know your thoughts. Tannehill, a lot of you guys liked that option yesterday. Some of you were out on Mac Jones. Some of you were in on Mac Jones. So let me know what quarterback you think Miami should go out trade/sign. And make sure you are subscribed to the channel because I want to get to 60K on today's video. It would be a great milestone to hit on this Sunday afternoon. But we will also make sure you are updated on everything surrounding the Miami Dolphins going on in the future. So hit that sub button, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Go Fins.